Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's build we are building another tiny house, and this house is actually a recreation of a house that I found on Pinterest, so I will leave a link down below to the pin that I have pinned of this house. But I found this really cool tiny house that it was really long, it was very modern, and it had 2 floors, and I really enjoy it. Actually, at first I was like, it's pretty typical, but once I looked at the interior, I actually really like it, because the first floor is like the kind of main floor, you could say. It's got everything that your Sims need. It has a little living space, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. But then upstairs, there is another bedroom and another bathroom, which is interesting. And then there's like a little space that's kind of like, not necessarily like a little kitchen up there, but it's like got a little place for a coffee pot and like a little place to sit at your laptop. I don't know. I just really like that idea, and I wanted to recreate it in The Sims. But anyways, this house is available to download on the Sims 4 gallery. All you have to do is search for my username, lukeydean, that is LUKEYDEAN, and the hashtag Lukey, that is LUKEY, the same as my channel name here on YouTube. But yeah, I really had a lot of fun with this. I didn't use any custom content. I did, however, not limit myself with packs, so I definitely used, stuff from Eco Lifestyle, I would say Snowy Escape, Spa Day, what else did I use? Obviously Tiny Living as well. That's kind of an essential pack. And then the bed from upstairs is from Seasons. There's a few things here and there, but I honestly don't think you would even need a lot of packs to recreate this yourself. So even with the base game, you can do a lot. So trust me, I love doing base game only builds. They're honestly so much fun, because as a builder, I kind of approach builds differently every time, and especially whenever I'm limiting myself, with a number of things, whether it's packs or, color palettes or, money whatsoever, I really enjoy like limiting myself with the base game. So yeah, you could definitely recreate this with the base game. It'd actually be pretty cool to see, because it's you would have to go about it differently, but yeah. But anyways, there isn't a ladder inside. I did place one, but then I do remove it later on, because I was actually looking at the references, which I will leave a link down below to the website where I found this. I found this on Pinterest, and then I went into Google image search and reverse searched it, because I couldn't really find the interior of this house anywhere. So what I did was I just did a reverse image search, and then I found an article that had like more exterior shots and more interior shots. So I will leave a link down below to that page as well, so that you can go check it out. It's a really cute little tiny house, honestly. I really love looking at like tiny house tours and articles about tiny homes, because it's just so fun to see how designers have designed these small spaces and made them look really livable and cute, and just practical at the same time, which the overall I guess point of living tiny is more or less either it's kind of trendy at this point, but also it's supposed to be a smaller carbon footprint. However, with this house, after looking at the article, it doesn't really seem to be like a actual house that you live in. It's more of a bed and breakfast kind of, cabin that you stay in kind of a vibe. It's not really like a actual like house that you would live in. So, which, I mean, you definitely could live in it, but I don't see it as being a long-term thing. But yeah, definitely I would check out the article though, because it's really nice seeing how it is in real life, because building it in The Sims 4, it's never going to be the exact same as it is in real life. I mean, translating something that's real from real life into The Sims 4 is kind of impossible, just because of The Sims 4 is kind of blocky, and it's not perfect, but yeah, it was really fun nonetheless. But anyways, here I am starting on the kitchen, and the kitchen's pretty small, pretty simple. There isn't a stove, so that's also why I would say it's not exactly livable. I mean, in real life, you could use like a hot plate or something in this space, and it would be perfect. But we don't really have those in The Sims 4, so they did have a microwave and a mini fridge in this house, so I placed that there, and I made sure to get the more expensive microwave. So if you have to use that, at least it's nice. So, and then they had a coffee pot. So yeah, they have plenty of space to prepare food and well, at least I hope they have space to prepare food there. They should. And then, they have a place to sit at and eat, as well as use a laptop. And I really wanted to place these little plates here. At first I was using debug bowls, but then I remembered that with Snowy Escape, we did get some little clutter, like plates that are stacked up, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect. I love these, by the way. Honestly, such a smart little addition to The Sims. I love little clutter items like that. They really did a good job at that. But yeah, and yeah, I just placed some stuff here for coffee and tea and stuff. I don't know, it's a really nice little kitchen. It's pretty simple. I used the Snowy Escape counters, and that mini fridge is from Discovery University, so it would be kind of hard to recreate this in the base game, to be honest. At least the kitchen. The base game counters, those modern ones, probably could suffice, but I don't know about the fridge. I mean, you probably could fit just a normal fridge there and just not have them use a microwave ever. I don't know, but it would be really cool if we got some wall-mounted microwaves. That would be absolutely perfect. Hopefully one day. I'm not really sure if we'll ever get something like that, but maybe. But anyways, the front door was a little bit tricky though here. I didn't really have a good how do I word this? I wasn't really happy with the choice that I made because, at least initially, because this door looks kind of commercial to me, and it didn't really have that homey feel. And plus it just, I don't know, well, the proportions weren't right. I couldn't really find a door that I liked, to be honest, because if you look in the actual image, it looks to be like a 3-tiled wide, either it's not really a sliding door. I think it's just a normal French door, but this one from Discovery University was the closest one I could find. It's just, I mean, I would wish it was just a little bit more simpler and more modern and clean looking, but it still works, I guess. It has the overall vibe. The color is nice, so yeah. And the blinds that I used are from Get to Work, and I just shrunk them down twice so that they could, not cover the full window. And I basically, for each window, I put 2 blinds next to each other so that it looked like it was the same width as a full-size one. Yeah, super handy little trick that I've used in the past that I haven't actually used in a long time, and I really liked how it looked here, because in the build that I was referencing, that's actually what they had on the windows was blinds, not curtains. So yeah, I don't know, I guess it's more practical and realistic. So yeah, and the bathroom is really, really cute. I didn't player test that sink. I hope it works. I'm pretty sure it does, but the actual bathroom in the real house, it had a separate shower, like a shower stall and everything, but obviously in The Sims 4 that would be a little bit cramped, so I just used that all-in-one shower from, not the all-in-one shower, but that one shower from Snowy Escape. You could also use the one from Discovery University. I think that one would actually look better, to be honest, but yeah, I just kind of made my own custom shower unit there, and I really like this little bathroom. It's fully functional, I guess, and yeah, it's nice, it's cute. But anyways, here is the bedroom, and I did a really cool thing with the bed here, because I couldn't really find a bed that really suited the one that they used in the actual house. I didn't really like that bed anyways, so I kind of made my own kind of modern bed with these, I don't really know what you would call these. They're wall panel thingies. They're not really panels, but they're from Snowy Escape, and I just kind of duplicated them several times so that it kind of looked like it was a solid piece, and I overlapped them and everything, and then added some shelves to the side of the bed to where it kind of lined up with the bed so that it looked like it was built in. I don't know. I kind of like this. It's kind of cute. The bed's from Get Famous, by the way, but you can honestly use any bed from the game that has like a simple bed frame like that. I just used Move Objects, and I held down the Alt key and just kind of moved it into the wall a little bit to hide that bed frame. It's still fully functional, but it just gets rid of the ugly bed frames because sometimes they're not the prettiest. Let's be honest. The one from the base game, though, it's the cheapy, like uncomfortable one, though, is really nice to do that with because it's a very simple bed. So, but there is a few others. I honestly could have went with the one from Seasons here, but I really liked the like legs and the rest of the frame of this bed, just not the headboard. The headboard was a little bit over the top looking, but now it looks pretty simple and clean. So yeah, and I did definitely use a lot of Tiny Living stuff. Like the Tiny Living dressers are super handy. They're very low profile. They take up way less space than all the others, and they are the same exact thing. So yeah, it's just fitting them in with the style of some builds. I wish we had items like that from Tiny Living, but in a more traditional style sometimes. I know that it doesn't really make sense because a lot of like traditionally, a traditional furniture isn't small by any means. So I guess that's the point, but I don't know. But here I am on the upstairs room, and I really like this room. It's pretty nice. It's got a nice bed and a nice little workspace, and I used those sliding doors from the Island Living pack. They looked really nice in this build. They kind of fit perfectly in this build. They match the floors really well, so. And plus they, take up way less space, and aesthetically, they're perfect for tiny homes because I see those all the time in tiny home tours, are sliding doors into, bathrooms, especially, but also bedrooms sometimes. So yeah, I love that little item. I think that's the only item I really used from Island Living, to be honest, but I would really hope that one day that they would make one similar to that for the base game. I do know that Illogical Sims, if you are into using CC, he has a set, or a couple sets. I can't remember which set it is specifically, but I know that he has a modern kind of clean version of that door, with glass and without. So definitely check out Illogical Sims if you're looking into some CC for modern builds like this, because I didn't use any, but I definitely would see myself using his content for this if I ever did it again. But yeah, and here I am just using the OMSP shelf. This red shelf is actually something I use all the time in my builds. It is a shelf that is a CC item. I never leave it in my builds, but it really has a lot of slots on it, so I'm able to place a lot more items on it and use Move Objects to place items on other objects. It's kind of complicated. I have a tutorial here on my channel. I'll leave it linked down below, I guess, as well as in the card and on the end screen. If I remember, I need to write that down immediately because my ADHD will forget it. And here I am just adding a little sink in this bathroom here. I don't think it works, to be honest. I was really wanting it to. At least it looks aesthetically pleasing. It might not be functional, but it looks good. So that's the point, right? And then I just added a little not deck. I already added it, but I added a few things up here just to, like some seating and, and I should have honestly put like an easel or something, maybe a yoga mat, but yeah, but that is pretty much it though for this build. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it, and let me know like what your favorite style of tiny houses that you like to see here. But anyways, I love you all. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.
We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold